Now Ryan on second down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The defense for the Cowboys getting set to go. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. Who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for Atlanta.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now here's the Falcons defense getting set to go again. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others. I have the feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way. Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. He tries to make himself better. Almost like those great basketball players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant wanting to add something to his game every offseason. Magic Johnson, what do I need to work on to get better? Michael Jordan had that fadeaway before his career was over. Those are the best. Even though they're at the top of their game, they find ways to get better.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. A little track jump. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Throwing. Prescott looking middle, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he is... And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel, No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quan Alexander not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. One man in the backfield, Elliott. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Throwing here, Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
On second down, Prescott again. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. 4th down, Prescott. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Gano for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 9-play drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.